Hello guys, so we are back again with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be covering Black Desert Mobile and we are going to be talking about crystals, skill branch, and skills. But before we go down with the topics, I wanna give a shout out to my guild mates and to my guild they're level 8. If you are a Filipino, please join the guild, 10k up. So shout out to our overpowered members like Zaid and Greeny, who is offline. Yes sir. So we're going to be talking about, first will be crystals. So if you don't know what crystals are, those are the items that we fuse with our gears, which gives I don't really know what it gives, but it increases our attack power and defense depending on what color we are going to fuse to our items. So there are different types of colors. There's red, there's pink, there's blue, there's green, there's yellow, and there's white. So white crystals gives you crit chance, yellow gives you attack speed, green gives you movement speed, pink crystals give you attack, and blue crystals give you defense, and red gives you HP. So the most important crystals, or the crystals that you should use, are color pink and color blue, which gives you attack and defense. So as you can see on my gears, I only have blue and pink, blue, pink, blue, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue, pink, pink and blue, and another pink, blue. So there's one more thing guys about red abyssal grade crystals. So I don't recommend them putting on your red gears or abyssal gears, because you still need to craft a primal gear, so which is very important, because you cannot extract abyssal grade crystals from your red or abyssal gears, and that would be a waste, because you can use these abyssal crystals to craft a primal or dimensional crystal, which is the color pink grade crystal, which is found here in the craft menu. So material, these are the dimensional crystals. This provides good amount of attack power and defense. It also increases your skill branch. So now we're going to be talking about skill branch. What is skill branch? Skill branch is found here in the... Okay, that was loud. Wait. Settings, audio. So we're going to be... Oh, system board. Okay, we're going to be muting all of this because it's very loud. So we're going to be we're going to check the skills. So you can find the skill branch here. So this is, okay, over here we have Seret and Labriv. Next we have Al and we have Ahib. So what does Seret do? Seret increases the number of enemies affected by the skill. Meanwhile, Labriv increases the skill's critical hit chance. And Al increases the skill damage. And Ahib increases the chance to cause extra damage. So for DPS, I would recommend skill branch that are under Labriv and Ahib, because you can do double damage with Labriv and Ahib. If Ahib gets triggered, also Labriv, it will do a double critical, which can kill your enemy instantly. For other builds, you can also do Al plus Ahib, which deals increased damage and extra damage, which is very good for tanks or berserker class. But I can't really say if there's a tank in Black Desert Mobile because everything falls down to CP, character points. So yeah. Wait, let me equip my. I really prefer Ahib over Al because of the cost of extra damage is really good. What's this? Super armor instead of okay. Next about crystals again. So crystals also give you Al damage, Ahib, and Labriv. So these are all the same types of crystals. So if you want to increase a particular branch in your character, might as well check the crystals before fusing them with your items, because there are items that gives you, do you call this? Okay, I'm looking for a Seret. There are crystals that gives you Seret branch. So I would recommend only equipping crystals with which is related to your skill branch, which is my skill branch is I prefer Labriv and Ahib. So I'm going to be focusing on Labriv and Ahib on crystals that I will be fusing on my items. So that's about skills. I mean, that's about 4 crystals and skill branch. Now we're going to be talking about skills. So I just want to change the class. I'm going to be using my Blade Master, so I can demonstrate the super armor and the forward guard better, because Blade Master has the best forward guard skill and super armor skill. So what is super armor and what is forward guard? So as you can see, there are skills. These skills have descriptions, which is found over here in the left. Okay, over here in the left. Rising Storm. Super armor while using the skill not applied in arena. So what is arena? Arena is the normal and the rank. So you can only use particular skills like this one, grants forward guard while using the skill. So you can use this in arena. Grant super armor while using the skill. You can also use this in arena. And invincible while using the skill. So each class only have one super armor, one forward guard, and one invincible skill. Next is this one. So super armor, forward guard, and another forward guard, and super armor, and another invincible skill. So these skills, you can use them in Battlefield the Sun, in the Black Sun, if you're wearing an outlaw, if you are in outlaw mode, and you can also use them in wars like Sage War, Node War, or Guild Wars, like open area wars, except in arena. So what does super armor and forward guard do? So I'm gonna demonstrate to you guys a forward guard and super armor. Super armor actually prevents your character being, being knocked down or stunned. So what is stunned? Stunned can be categorized as, they are called crowd controls, which is knock up, knock down, daze, stun, and what's the other one? The phase, I think. Those are all considered as crowd controls or CC. So how do we counter those CC, guys? So we're going to be using our super armor, which prevents us from being crowd controlled, and forward guard, which only actually protects you from 190-degree, which covers your front view. If you are hit from the side or the back, you will still be stunned or knocked down. So you should know when to use your super armor and when to use your forward guard. So skill wise, you will win every PvP you take. Now we're going to be jumping into a friendly arena with my friend. So shout out to my friend Zerifia. Normal arena, no? Okay, we're going to be jumping to friendly arena, guys. See you. Okay, guys, here's my character. Heal. So what skills do we have here? I forgot where the forward guard is. I think this is, yep, forward guard. Forward guard and I mean super armor. I mean all these skills have super armor. So okay, my friend disappeared. Okay, so this will be a knockdown. Okay, so what happens if we will use a forward guard? So okay guys, I prevented the stun or the knockdown or the CC as you can see from before. So another one. Okay, still the same. No damage and no stun or knockdown. Next, I will be showing you a super armor. By the way, a forward guard nullifies all damage and all CC. As you can see, there was no damage, no stun, no knockdown, and just completely nullifies everything. Okay, there you go. Okay, so what is a super armor? Super armor can be damaged, but it will prevent you from being knocked or stunned. Okay, that's an example of being crowd controlled without super armor. So next I will be using a super armor. Okay, long tiny. Okay, another one. Let's go. Okay, she wasn't prepared over that. Okay, sige guys. No knockdown and no stun if you're using super armor. Okay, she died. Okay, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Okay, boom. Ang ina, ayaw niya mag-skill. Okay guys, see? It prevented me from being knocked down. If I'm not using a super armor, my character gets knocked back or stunned. As you can see. And knocked down. Okay. So with super armor, okay, oh, I accidentally killed her. What the frick? Okay, here we go again. Okay, she knocked me down. Let's go. Okay, go. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. Okay, I'm not getting knocked down because I'm using super armor. As you can see. Okay, guys. So in conclusion, super armor is effective when you're fighting a class that has plenty of crowd control skills. For example, Reapers or other class like Archmage or you call this Fletchers. Fletcher have a lot of CEC, stun and knockdowns. I think all of these skills are stun and knockdowns, which is really bad for classes, which is really OP for a range class. Okay, so in comparison, super armor and forward guard is better than super armor because it nullifies everything, but you need to use forward guard in a, do you call this, in a correct time. For example, if you're not going to use it when an enemy is not casting a skill, you will still get knocked down or damaged. But if you're going to use the forward guard at a correct time, you will save yourself. And how do you counter super armor skills or knockdown skills? So you're going to be using super armor or forward guard. Super armor is the only skill that can counter another super armor skill. Meanwhile, forward guard can counter both. You can counter knockdown and super armor skill and avoid getting damage. Meanwhile, if you want to fight head on with another class, you can use super armor to avoid getting knocked down and deal some damage, but also receive some damage. So guys, that will be using your skills wisely to avoid getting killed or getting downed in a PvP. Okay, that was a wrong. Boom, bang, boom, boom. Oh. Okay, oh my gosh, my skills are cooled down. She dead, bro. Okay guys, so again, super armor and forward guard. Forward guard is better because it nullifies damage and crowd control, while super armor can only be used to fight some super armor skills to avoid getting knocked down. But the downgrade of super armor is you will still receive damage, but the advantage of super armor is you can save yourself in a 360 degree from knockdowns and crowd controls. Meanwhile, the advantage of forward guard is you can nullify damage in a 190 degree, nullify damage and nullify crowd controls. But the disadvantage of forward guard is you need to cast it in a right timing, and you can only protect your front view, leaving your side and back still vulnerable for enemies to cast a stun or knockdown upon you. So that's for today's video. Hope you guys learned a thing or two, especially when it comes to PvP.